Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, good afternoon. Uh, it's a pleasure to be speaking on ICT infrastructure and urban development challenges and opportunities. I shall restrict my observations to urban poverty elevation. Before I go into details, let me tell you in one-liners what actually is urban poverty. About a decade and a half back, I went somewhere and they made us stay in the Hilton. But as we were entering the hotel, there was a shanty outside with cement seats, and that was named as the New Hilton. And they were both in the same urban city. Even in Delhi, if you go around, you will notice tall, long shopping malls, sky-touching skyscrapers, along with every half a mile, a small Lal Dora area with a village. So, this is the dimension of the problem, that how will we ever have a smart city where at least in the walking distance it looks smart. I'm not even talking of a driving distance, but at least walking distance it should be all provided for. I am not telling you get rid of the poor, because they as citizens need to be provided for as well. All that I'm suggesting is whatever the tools, whatever the parameters, whatever the resources available, we must plan to have composite, fully provided for cities which look at the larger perspective as far as the country is concerned. Now, poverty elevation by itself has been accepted that it is a challenge to our urban planning and execution. What I am stressing here is it is not unawareness of the problem. We are aware of the problem. For the implementation of growth-oriented plans, especially balanced growth, envisaging bridging the economic divide, information and communication technology, it is accepted, has an all-pervading role to play. You see, what I am trying to suggest over here, that the tardy process of addressing problems from file to file, from man to man, is part of the past era. What is of consequence now is time. In short, time itself is capital. And I would go along the line with some economic analysis, but whenever I am talking of economic analysis, please be with me that what is required is IT must be able to gear up and provide what is the requirement for speeding up poverty elevation in cities, so that we have what we call smart cities. Proper project planning, that is project appraisal, project management, project monitoring, concepts like accountability, transparency cannot go a step further without the help of information and communication technology. This is well understood, well accepted. What I am suggesting is there is a direct trade-off between growth and information and communication technology. For a starter, I feel that placing information on the websites and right of information also on the website are very important tools. This would eliminate the need of physical interaction, which is not only time consuming but also emotional, along with the fact that all interactions in which the human element figures are tardy in more than one ways. The essence again remains on time as a factor of production. For creating an ideal smart city, the roadmap needs to be clearly defined, and I think the two basic ingredients of this roadmap are: you must have a city with integrated infrastructure. You must have a city which should be fully, reliably, and completely E-enabled. Some of the E-enabled concepts that need to be put in place are monitoring, proactive information, disclosure through a website, fixing accountability, social cost-benefit analysis, eventually leading to a social audit, both at the implementation stage and eventually culminating into a ex-post analysis, that is, lessons after you have been able to complete a project, which will help us continue similar projects elsewhere. It is necessary to put to use e-governance for building smart cities, and for this the following measures need to be undertaken. Online delivery of government to citizen services, real-time information on a number of government-to-government and government-to-citizen processes, management of information in decision-making, use of global information system and global positioning system, which will enhance the mode of working of the existing urban local bodies. Now, after having told you the dimension of the problem, let me at least target and share with you that what is urban poverty in this country. Let me take the help of a study done by the World Bank, wherein the organization describes urban poverty as a multidimensional problem. It adds that issues for resolving this multidimensional problem need awareness in the following domain. First, urban poverty arises because the way our cities are growing, the way population is increasing, at the end of the day, there is limited access to employment opportunities and income. What I am suggesting here that